everyone, I'm JD. Welcome back to my channel. I thought that I would break up the process videos of how I make one of these junk journals with a flip through of a completed one that I've done, and I made this one for me. So instead of, I used all the same pages and ephemera and bits and pieces. Just as I was choosing each thing, I chose something that spoke to me. So the book pages, I tried to find something that was meaningful to me and that could tell a bit of my story. And of course, there's a lot of blue in here. So I was able to tailor it to me, but it was still very much a big challenge because I could only use things from the kit. And it forced me to be creative, try different things, and I just had so much fun. It was really fun to put together something that was still meaningful to me, and yeah, just forcing that creativity was really good. It was a good experiment and a good exercise to do for anyone, I reckon. Put together a kit and make yourself only use things from that kit. I used some of this leftover ribbon trim lace as a closure, and just used one of my printables for the cover and some of the ribbon that I included in the packaging to go around it. In the pocket I have put a journaling card with one of my artworks, and I chose this one because blue very much represents me, and the story behind this one is be a blue tree in a forest of green trees, just all about being yourself. So you can journal on that. And yeah, as I do this flip through, I'll kind of hopefully share a bit about the stories behind each thing. And I'm going to use it kind of as a memory journal for me. So each item that I chose, I will journal about that item and the stories behind that. So I think that's going to be so fun. And I can definitely share that in videos too. When I finish spreads or something, I can share the story behind it all. So in this front pocket here, I have put this poem by A. Milne with the beautiful illustrations, and it says happiness, and so I thought I'd put that there because it sets the tone of the journal. A journal is a place where it's a happy place. Journaling makes me happy, and this poem is about the simple things, and I love that philosophy about just finding happiness in the simple things in life. And journaling is such a simple thing to do, but find great happiness in it. I used one of the printable artworks as the first page, and then one of these napkins to decorate this page here. I chose this napkin because I didn't have any of the same ones that I put in the kits, and I've only got one of this kind that I was hoarding for a peacock journal. But yeah, now I just put it in here, and some of this music paper, and you can actually see in this one that is me writing down the notes when I was a kid so that I could try and play that song. And just made a tag out of scraps and some extra trim up there. And this is a doily printable pocket using a card, and my favourite card in the deck is the Ace of Spades, so I chose that one for me. And just lots of memories of playing card games with people, and I just love playing cards so much with people. There's been some of the funnest times of my life, really, and I can journal all about that here. A large fabric pocket here, and I did leave some, let me just clean my nails. I did leave some of these pockets blank so that I could put my own journaling in here when I get to it. So a journaling space in here with the coffee dyed paper, and I just put a sticker there. For this page from the botanical book, I chose the cherry blossom tree because when I was a kid and I went to school, to primary school, one of the roads that I had to walk along was a 10-minute walk. The road had an alternating of pink, white cherry blossom trees, and I just loved it, especially when the flowers would go down in the wind, float down in the wind, and then you'd see all the flowers on the grass. I love this tree, so I'll make a journal about that. One of my scrap tags here, and just more scraps, so using some more fabric to make a tag, and scrap bits of colouring paper for the pocket. One of my printables using this music paper and book paper. I used some of that napkin to decorate this envelope and just put some of that black paper to make a journaling spot in there. and then a coin envelope behind it that I can put extra stuff in when I journal. This is a page from the Pride and Prejudice book, one of the illustrations, and just I thought this was gorgeous with the lady in the garden. Some scraps and fabric just to embellish. This is a page from a magazine, and I just love this page with the beautiful dress. I'll probably cover this up when I come to journal on it later on. This one is another bit of scrap colouring paper, and I made a tag with some other scraps. Fabric flip here. This is the CD case, and because the journal was actually too small to put this in it, unless it hung over the edge a little bit, which you could do, I turned it into this kind of flap, and then you can still have your pockets here. I just cut it down to fit the page, and then stuck it with that little bit of washi tape that I included in each kit, like that. I included this page with the budgies because when I was a kid we used to have 2 budgies, and they were called Slick and Slime. And I'm pretty sure it was a yellow and a green one, and the green one was called Slime. This large envelope page, I included a collage of stamps, and I chose ones that all meant something to me. So peace, journaling is something that brings me peace. I have some relatives in Canada. I love animals. This one's a Christmas one, and I've just got, of course, everyone has Christmas stories, so I'll write down some memories maybe of Christmas. And this one just because it looks really vintagey, and it's kind of that blue tone that I love. So also it kind of reminds me of where I got these stamps, from a Facebook barter group or de-stash group, so that's kind of good memory. I just paper clipped this in, a large journaling spot here with a large scrap piece. And inside I put some of this page from the Germany Happy Mail. And in all the other kits it's a picture, but I ran out of pictures, so I just included this bit of text. And I liked including it in this envelope because Happy Mail comes in an envelope, and so that's kind of fun doing that. Another magazine page, I love this beautiful image of the water. Over here it's a page that I used from pattern paper, and I used some vellum here so you could still see through it, and just one of those packaging bits and pieces as a journaling card. In this paper bag I cut the top of that other paper bag, so the bottom is in here as a signature, or as a page in the signature, and then I just cut it in half, and it can be like a little booklet type thing, so I could put a picture here, journal there, put another collage here or something, or I could even staple it down here and stick something in it, so it just depends on what I want to do when I come to journal in that section. This page has some Disney characters, and all of them are kind of significant for me. I have a little Minnie Mouse toy that I still have, a little figurine thing. Just reminds me of my childhood. Same with this little nursery rhyme. That's just one that I remember from my childhood. A page from that domestic dictionary, and I chose the picture with an applique picture because I didn't even know what appliques were before junk journaling, but now I like them, and I would love to get some one day to use in my junk journals. Here just using scraps to make a pocket, and a bit of ephemera. I didn't have any of that in the kits. I used a paper bag with some vintage pictures, so I cut that up into journaling cards. I didn't have any for me, so for my kit I just chose this little bit that came from scrapbooking paper. Large fabric pocket again, doily, and music paper printable that I have. Used one of these printable doilies to decorate this page. Summer Morning, this is that children's book, poetry book, and gorgeous images. Summer is my favourite season because in Australia it's when we have our major school holidays, it's when Christmas is, it's when New Year's Eve is, and it's a time of being with family and just memories of that. And yeah, it's my favourite time of the year. Even though I'm born in spring, I used to say spring was my favourite month, that season, because of that. But I really am a summer girl. I love the heat. This is why I moved to Queensland. Put this charm here with the feather because peace is this poem says peace, and again just that whole idea of this journal is about a place where I can find my peace. and I can journal all over that. That's fun. And then on the other side it says last song, so I also love music and singing and dancing, so that's cool there too. I always like putting the colouring book page in the middle because you get the two beautiful pages and that's spread all in one. Carry the key. I love this because I love keys, and I really would one day also love to get some metal keys as charms to use in journals. For here, I ended up using some of the beads in that little goodie bag. This is the first time I've done this. Tied them onto the end of these bits where I hand bind, and I quite like it, so I might do that again for other journals from now on. So that's fun. And then over here I have a little shaker bag, which I do have a tutorial on, which will be upcoming. So I had to very much improvise with this because I could only use things from the kit, and this was the actual bag that these things came in. And yeah, you'll see how I did all that on the tutorial. And so now we're just going to the other side of that signature. I stapled this in. It's one of those recipes from a large page because chocolate mousse is one of my favourite desserts, and I just got a few stories about that in my life with chocolate mousse, which some funny ones too actually, so I might journal about that here, and just to show you another way of adding things into your journal. And then I've got an envelope here where I can stick some things in there when I come to it. The other side of that dictionary page had an aquarium picture, which was really great because when I was a kid we also used to have an aquarium, a tropical one, and each family member had a favourite fish. So I still remember everyone's favourite fish, and my favourite fish was the neon tetras because the bright blue colours, they were just beautiful. So in this side of the bag, again, I just did that thing for more journaling space that I can use. And over here, this was a magazine page. I like this one, so I'm going to keep that. But this side I wanted to cover over. And I had all of that pattern paper, that see-through pattern paper that I hadn't used. And I've got so much left over, but I just put it in here to represent that. And that's prepared now, so I can actually journal over that. And I included this little icon image because to represent the sewing machine that I now have. So that's exciting. Still haven't played with it because I'm house sitting until Monday, it looks like. So next week I'll be able to play with it. Just one of those tags in a journaling spot, tuck spot with scraps. In this little envelope I included the letters from J.M. Barrie in that biography book. I thought that was kind of cool because it's envelope letters, that kind of thing. So I'll pop that in there. Love letters. So I might journal about my love of letters or something in this part. Then I did a little fabric ribbon lace collage here just to add interest and to use up the scraps. So that was the last bit of those bits. I still have way too much fabric left over, but anyway. Over here, I always love doing this with the ribbon down the side and using some buttons. Again, I kind of cheated because I chose buttons that I like with my favourite colours. So, flips open like that. Then over here, that coin pocket where it fits perfectly with this typo card. And I chose J, of course, because my name starts with J. And I might journal about the story behind my name on this page here. And then this one, I included the full page because I love dogs. They're so gorgeous, and I can journal all about dogs here, and even on this side too, about all the dogs that I've had in my life maybe. Over here, just more scraps and just putting things in here. This one says date, and I suppose I could write something very small on that maybe. It was a very small scrap piece. I'll probably cover all that up when I get to journal on it. And probably this too. More scraps and more fabric. So over here, with the Pride and Prejudice text page, I made it an envelope and put a journaling spot there with more of that black paper. Here I chose the playing card with the dragon on it because I am actually playing the dragon in Shrek, the musical, with the production that my dance school is doing. So I thought I could journal all about that there. And I'm a bit or a lot nervous about that. Like, I auditioned for the first time this year and it was so nerve-wracking, but I wanted to do it to challenge myself and get out of my comfort zone. And I actually got the part of the dragon, which was crazy, and I don't know, I'm a bit freaking out, but we'll just see how it goes. Yes, so more of that music paper. One of those little coffee dye doilies, I just used it here to decorate this page for some interest. One of my altered paper clips, or embellished paper clips, sorry, using scraps and things from that goodie bag. And I included this one with gazebos on it because there was this children's show that I used to watch when I was a kid on Channel 2, and I don't remember what it was called, but there was this gazebo in it, and I was kind of fascinated by it. And I sort of like gazebos anyway, so that's just a bit of a memory there. I don't know why I was fascinated. It was kind of just, I like it, but I'm intrigued by it, kind of curious about it, and not sure why I liked it. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself well, but yeah. Here I just included a map on the other side of that paper clip of Bowen. So it was a full page, but I trimmed it down, and then the other page is in another junk journal kit. So this would have been a signature if I did it like that. And I probably could have done that, but oh well. I'll just stick it in as a bit that you can take out. And then I can journal all over the back of this maybe. But this just shows where I live and how it's all this coastline, right? So to get from here to here, it's like 5 minutes. And Bowen is so small that our map is one page. Like in Melbourne, we have a Melways, which is a full book. The Melways is like this massive book. And obviously that's bigger than Melbourne. But in Bowen, it's just this one page. And to get from the tip of Bowen to the bottom of Bowen, it's 10 minutes really. So 10, 15 minutes. So that's where I live. And then in here, just another journaling card here. And I love that it's got Italy in here because that is one place that I would love to go to, maybe one day. You just use some of that trim for this flap here. And then over here, printable doily again, just using it at the top for a different look with a pocket. And one of my altered playing cards there. Over here I have used some more of that napkin. I was just trying to find ways to use it to cover some of this book page. It's that recipe paper again because I still have lots of that left over too, just as a journaling spot in there. And decorated this page with more of that napkin. And then at the back here, just use this full page to tuck in this image here because it's got beautiful images, and because I love animals, and my sister has Westies, so that's just a cool memory there. No, Scotties, sorry. We used to have a Scotty Cross Westie, or she used to have a Scotty Cross Westie. I used to live with my sister, so I called them my dogs too. And then on the back it says dance and sing, so that's cool because, as I said, I like to dance and sing. So all of these are meaningful to me, and I'm so excited to start journaling here as a memory journal. And there's a starting point in here with all the things that are already included, but then there's lots more space for me to journal other memories and things. So I really love how this turned out. I'm so glad I did it in the end. At the start I was daunted. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to create, but just to show you what you can create with one of those kits and how I embellished, maybe that gave you some ideas, and also how I can pick pages from any book pretty much and find ones that will mean something to me to create something beautiful and meaningful that I can now journal in. So hopefully that was helpful and inspiring for you, gave you some ideas. And then yeah, I will start to journal in this and share in some videos maybe just the things that I journal in here and show you how I actually use one of these. So that will be fun. Awesome. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will put up those other videos, the process videos of how I embellish this other journal that I made just from the kit. And this one was completely random. I didn't pick things that meant anything to me. It was literally just one of those random kits, and oh, you're getting a sneak peek. It's almost finished with the embellishments. I just got a few more videos to do. But yeah, so I will show you those process videos, put up those process videos to show you that. So awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.